Hi friends and welcome. I am Kassandra. This is Deep Relaxation for Insomnia Relief. Make sure you have a couple of pillows or blankets this evening. And when you're ready, go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You may also begin lying down. Just noticing your breath before we begin here. Is it jagged or smooth? Maybe taking your hand to your chest and just feeling your heart beat. Really tuning in here. Our goal is going to be to slow the heart rate down so we can sleep. And if your mind is really racing, you might want to have a notepad or a journal or a diary and something to write with so that you can go ahead and take it out of the mind whenever it pops up and put it on paper, whatever it is, whether it's catastrophic thinking, something for a to-do list, a person you forgot to call or text back. So the goal is to get it out of the mind and onto the paper so that you can deal with it later and have your brain space a little bit freer. All right. Go ahead and take the shoulders up towards the ears, really tensing the arms. And then exhale, we're going to release the shoulders back and down. Let's do that again. Inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, release down, maybe opening the mouth and sighing it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale back and down. A few more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Last one. Big inhale. Big squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. Exhale, release, sigh it out. Beautiful. Our breath work is going to be box breathing today. So we inhale for a count of 4, hold the breath for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then hold the breath out for a count of 4. Let's do it together. Maybe close down the eyes. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Retain the breath. Breathe out through the nose. Hold the breath out. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Relax the shoulders down as you hold. Exhale. Release the belly as you hold the breath out. Last one. Breathe in. Relax the face. Hold the breath. Relax the shoulders. Breathe out. Drop the muscles down. Hold the breath out. Just release. Come back to your normal breathing pattern. And just notice maybe you liked that breath, maybe you didn't. Both are quite okay. And just notice if your energy settled a little bit, things slowed down for you. Maybe taking the hand back to the heart space and just noticing if your heartbeat slowed down. So we're going to begin our body movement with a pillow or a blanket. We're going to stretch our knees out nice and long. So my hips are kind of up a little bit on a folded over blanket. You might want to do that as well. We're going to send the legs out nice and long. And let's just begin by pointing and flexing the feet. You might want to do the same thing with the arms, or just draw circles with the wrists, maybe with the toes. All right. Pillow's going to come on your lap and you're just going to fold forward. So keep a good bend here in the knee. Okay, you can even get quite a deep bend if that feels better. Either resting the pillow kind of on the shins or up higher, closer to the belly, on top of the thighs, and then just fold forward. Notice what feels good and what you need. Maybe stretch the arms forward. Maybe just have them next to you on the bed. Maybe go ahead and wrap your hands under the ankles. Rest the head down on the pillow. And then don't think about this as a super active stretch. This is a more passive stretch. So we want to completely drop the body down, which is why we have the pillows. So you might want a pillow kind of here on the tummy and stack the head. Stack the hands, rest the head down. So just notice how you can use your pillows and your blankets so that you can drop the muscles completely and just allow your props to hold your body up. And just keep adjusting until you feel comfortable. And then move into long, slow, deep breathing. You might even want to go back to the box breath if your mind feels super active. And just notice what you need. This is your practice. Move when you need to move. Listen to the body. Trust your gut instinct here. Breathing slowly and deeply. So you can stay here, or very slowly we're going to come up. And just maybe move your pillow for a second. We're going to open our legs nice and wide. Adjust your tush on that blanket. So you don't want your legs open to like maximum capacity here, okay? Or the stretch is not going to be passive, it's going to be more active. So flex the feet, nice bend in the knees. Again, adjust the seat. Maybe take the hands out in front of you and just move side to side. Notice if that feels okay on your knees. And then you might want to begin with the pillow nice and close to you and just drape your body over the pillow. If the stretch feels too deep on the knees, the inner thighs, the hips, you just want to come back up, bring the legs in closer, bend at the knee, and then fold your body forward. Resting the weight of the head down completely. Just moving when you need to move. Trusting yourself to listen to that inner voice that is asking you for a change. You can also, I'm noticing my knee is kind of bothering me. You can roll up a pillow. Sorry, I always say that. Roll up a blanket or a towel and place it under the knee. Okay, so Really, it should be on both sides so that that is too thick. Really, it should be on both sides, okay? So you're nice and balanced. And then fold forward and just notice, does that take some of the pressure off the knee? That solved my problem very quickly. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You can come back to the box breathing if that felt good. Otherwise, stick with the long, slow, deep breaths, allowing the bed, the blankets, the pillows to hold you. And just drop the weight of your body completely down. So if this feels really good, you can stay here or just go ahead and come back up to seated. So we are going to come to lie down on our backs, but before you do that, you might want to adjust your pillows and blankets for our final resting posture. So our knees and our legs are going to be a bit elevated, so I'm going to use pillows here. Okay, you get your tush right up to, I just probably need one, to the pillow. I actually might stack 2 pillows so my knees are up a little bit more. All right, so just notice how that feels. So you have about a 90-degree angle here between the hip and the knee, and you just want to be able to release the weight of the legs completely on the blankets or the pillows, nice and stacked. Really taking off any pressure in the lower back. Hands can rest palms facing down, maybe on the belly or the chest or the bed. And covering yourself up with a blanket if you're cold. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths here. I encourage you to continue moving your body until you are completely comfortable and ready to drift off into sleep. So make any adjustments until you feel amazing. And this is where I leave you this evening, my sweet friends. If you continue to struggle with falling asleep, you can do the practice again or stick with the 4-4-4-4 box breathing. I hope you get some sleep this evening. Good night.